It's been just above 6 months since Donald Trump began his second term in the White House, and already the world feels like it's spinning out of control. From boardrooms to factories, from Wall Street to global shipping ports, one question echoes around the world. What the heck is going on? But here's a better question. What happens when a consumer economy of this size declares war on the very supply chains that keeps them alive? Trump stormed back into office with one promise above all: make America great again. And at the core of this vision, reindustrializing the United States and slashing the trade deficit. In Trump's view, America had lost its industrial edge, especially compared to China, and this put the country at a dangerous disadvantage, particularly if war were to break out. As Vice President J.D. Vance pointed out in a chilling remark, one of Beijing's state-owned firms built more commercial ships last year than America has built since World War II. This isn't just about economics, it's about national security. But the big question is, can tariffs fix that? Welcome to the Tariff Chaos. This time, the administration is showing us they mean business. The stock market crashing? Meh. The economy temporarily taking a nosedive? Who cares? They're slapping high tariffs on everyone, foes and friends alike. This time, the White House isn't just targeting China. Tariffs are being slapped on friend and foe alike. Canada? Taxed. Europe? Taxed. Mexico? Vietnam? Everyone's getting hit. Why? Because Trump learned a lesson from his first trade war. Back then, China just rerouted exports through other countries like Vietnam and Mexico, bypassing U.S. sanctions. Now the strategy is to tariff the entire playing field and force everyone back to the negotiating table. Making America first priority. On paper, it sounds tough, bold, even strategic, but reality has a way of punching back. Tariffs alone aren't enough to bring factories back to American soil. Why? 2 words: labor costs. The U.S. is simply too expensive for most low-margin manufacturing. Sure, for high-tech sectors, semiconductors, defense, electronics, there's a case. But for textiles, consumer goods, and low-end electronics, not so much. Even giants like Apple aren't coming home. Instead of shifting to the U.S., they're doubling down on India, where manufacturing is cheap and the market is booming. Ford, Coca-Cola, American icons are struggling under the weight of rising import costs caused by tariffs. So who's really winning here? The short answer? No one. The long answer? The real goal of this trade war isn't just about factories. It's about China. Since 2001, China has overtaken the U.S. as the top trading partner for most countries, and that terrifies Washington. Why? Because history tells us that industrial power often comes before global currency dominance. Think Britain in the 19th century, the US after World War II. But here's the twist. This isn't the 20th century anymore. Back then, currencies were backed by gold. Countries that exported more earned more gold and could issue more money. Today, the US dollar isn't backed by gold and hasn't been since Nixon ended the gold standard in 1971. China may dominate manufacturing, but it still can't replace the dollar. Its currency lacks trust, transparency, and financial independence. So for now, the dollar reigns. Here's the bitter pill. The West is a consumer economy. There are 4 major global export engines: China, the EU, the US, and South Asia. But while China and South Asia churn out goods, the US and Europe do most of the consuming. And here's where it gets dangerous. Many U.S. companies operate in global value chains. They build the high-tech parts, but rely on imported components to complete the picture. Break the chain with tariffs, you break your own industry. If you want to know more about how the multipolar world is going to be like, then hit us in the comments. Companies are moving out, supply chains are breaking down, and the dream of an industrial rebirth is fading fast. So what's the verdict? Trump's tariff war isn't making America great again. It might just be making it weaker. Our advice? Mr. Trump, maybe it's time to trade tariffs for tea times. Spend a little more time on the golf course and a little less time on trade wars. Because if things keep going this way, the biggest export America will have left might just be economic chaos. So, if you like this video, make sure to support us by hitting like and subscribe. And for more such content, keep watching Global Economics.